What's going on, everyone? So right now, getting ready to do a clean, full detail on this. I think it's a 78 checker. You guys have probably never seen one of these, but if you have, then obviously you already know what it looks like. But here we go. So this checker, I guess, has been sitting in a barn or something like that for the last 13 some years. It was painted in 2007. We're going to do a detail on the paint job. It has a lot of swirl marks and just dirty. It hasn't been cleaned or nothing since then. So a lot of the dust and stuff on it. You can't really see it on camera, but it's got a lot of dust and dirt. It's been driven down the road, I believe, a couple times since then, but a lot of the dust and dirt stuff is old. But we're going to give it a good old wash real quick. We're going to try to get all the swirl marks and some of the scratching and imperfections out that we can, and just get this thing looking nice. Okay, so right now, just got done just going over the whole car. Got a good wash on it just to help wet it down. We're gonna hit it with some soapy water, try to get as much dirt off as we can before we get into the process of wheeling this thing out, which I might clay bar the car, but it don't look like it has a lot of issues with it. It's got some bugs and stuff, but we should be able to get them out with the washcloth or microfiber. So we're gonna do that next. Okay, so we got all the old dirt and grime off this thing. Now I'm gonna wipe it down with a little chamois. Try to get as much water off of her as I can. And then we gotta polish it. Hi, babe. So this car, I guess, used to actually belong to one of my high school teachers. She was a chemistry teacher, I believe. I can't remember. It's been forever. But this car was painted when I was still in high school, and now I will be detailing it for your pleasure. And like I said, this car I think is a 78. I think they said it was a 78 checker. And most of you guys are gonna recognize this car from movies and stuff. Like if they take place in New York, they use these as taxis, and this is like one of the most old school taxis or common cars you'll see in older movies for taxi cars. So I guess this one is a diesel powered one. I don't know if they all were or how that all works. I imagine they were, but this is a diesel powered Oldsmobile engine, all Chevy drivetrain as far as I know. I don't know much history about these, but I know we can clean it up and make it look good. The car does have some kind of cracking and a little bit of bubbling going on, which is okay for the age, I guess. Like the guy told me, he says, not supposed to be a showstopper or beauty queen. I just want it to look good. Just polish this turd for me. And I said, I can do that. So here, after it gets all dried off, we're gonna get her in the garage and get to polishing. All right, for our first start for polishing, I'm gonna do half this door, so that way you guys can see the progress and see how bad this car was and what it will be. There's a lot of heavy scratching, which is on top of the clear coat. This paint job's not perfect. Like I said, it's older. I don't know exactly how old, but for the most part, we're gonna get all the scratching out. He said he just wants it polished up, so we're gonna get all the scratches out and get her looking good, so that way he has a clean, shiny driver. But yeah, check the progress. Okay, I just want to let everybody know this is not a total paint restoration. We are just buffing this out for the guy. As you can see how nice and shiny this is. Versus this side still has all the scratches. Let's see what we got when we pull this tape back. It might help. Yeah, you can see the tape. I did wipe this other side down on the other side of the tape because of obviously getting polish on it, but you guys can see obviously quite the difference in the two sides. Let me flip the camera real quick. The shiny side where the tape line was, and then the dull side, you can still see all the scratches and how dull it is. But we are going to get the whole car looking shiny. Oh yeah, you can see right there how dull the right hand side is compared to the left hand side. But we're gonna get the whole car looking all nice and shiny, so that way the owner can come pick it up hopefully tomorrow. Have a nice little shiny car to work with. See, I started polishing the top of the fender. It looks pretty good. Just to test it to make sure I didn't have to wet sand, which, I mean, it has a bunch of orange peely spots and some scratches, but unless I don't have to, I'm not going to wet sand the whole car because really the paint's not that bad. I'm gonna guess it was kept indoors. This is how you can really tell. Rub my hand across, can't hear nothing. Hear all the minor scratches and the stuff on it. That's how you can really tell the difference. I mean, you can see it in the light. The camera kind of picks it up. As long as I rock back and forth, you can see it really well. But it's a little chilly out here, so I got a little bit of a runny nose. We're gonna get this whole thing polished down. I'm not gonna bore you guys with an entire video on polishing it, but I will show you the after, and then we'll get a before and after, hopefully. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet when it's all shined up. It's very unique. All right, so as you can see on this deck lid, there's a lot of smearing and smudging, and just it's not as shiny as it should be. You can see the scratching. It looks shinier on camera than it is in person. It's got quite the oxidation, but this should be shiny here in a couple minutes. And finally, after almost 2 days of polishing and everything, we have the checker cab all set. This is, let's say evening. So car's all set, all polished, windows are clean, and yeah, looks pretty good. Looks a lot better than what it did when it came here. But for being a barn find technically and sitting for the last 13 some odd years, I don't know if they were driving it or not, I'd say the car turned out really well. You guys tell me what you think. I'm gonna say this car looks pretty good for what it did yesterday. She is super shiny all the way around. So that's it. That is our detail on a car that has been sitting for a very long time. I gotta keep, there's something over there in the corner that I can't let everybody see yet. But that's our detail video. Sit down. Sit down. questions about the car, please ask. I can find out more info on it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share or subscribe.
What are y'all doing? Running
Like
back to
I
your kids?
said,
He don't
right
want
over
you
there,
no more.
you guys can
A
see
lot.
it.
Is it? Tell me this, Sheriff. If your
One of
kid
our next
loves
big
you so
projects.
much, why is
I
he
bought
leaving?
something recently.
You think you're special, cowboy? You're a piece of plastic. You were made to
Be
be
diving
thrown
into
away.
pulling it apart because it's
Speak
got a
of
couple
the devil.
little issues, so we're gonna fix that. On a barn find that is now going to be some guy's driver. It is a diesel. It is plugged in. You guys see the extension cord running to it. It is a diesel. It's plugged, so that way he can come pick it up tomorrow. But if you guys like this video, please comment. And if you have any questions about the car, please comment and ask, and I can find out more info on it. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share or subscribe, because I will be trying to release more content like this. And like I said, right over there, you guys can't see it, I've been trying to hide it, is one of our next big projects. I bought something recently, and we are going to be diving into pulling it apart because it's got a couple little issues, so we're going to fix that. But that's all for now, so stay tuned.